lowlander.
Sponsors, guys, it takes an awful lot to keep these cars running. It takes an awful lot of money to keep it going. I know that you have a good relationship with the Stratham Fair. You spend a good day or two out there and during the course of that 4-day event. Matter of fact, I'm there with you almost every year to do the same thing.
Pretty much, you drag something out.
Yeah, I do, exactly. I mean, they've been with you for a couple of years now. I mean, that's a good relationship, really a good relationship.
This is our second year, and it seems to be working pretty well. Everyone's happy with what we do, and we keep trying to do more, and hopefully it keeps panning out.
Well, I noticed this year, particularly a couple of girls were at the gates Friday night, which is where, when it comes to stuff like that, you'll find that Lee is probably one of the most giving, making sure that you guys get what you deserve, and the sponsors.
I agree with you there.
And the sponsors get out there.
We work together. That's what it's.
It has to be that way. It has to. If you guys don't have, give and take. If you don't have sponsors on your cars, I don't have the car.
Right.
If we can help out somewhere along the way by virtue of giving PA announcements or letting you work the midway, that's all part of the deal. If the sponsor's happy because he's seeing a return for what he's spending, he's not going nowhere. He's going to be back next year.
Yep.
Yeah, he may come back in a bigger form next year.
Exactly. And in all honesty, in most cases, I make sure that the Speedway gets a little something, even if the fans get it. But we're giving away tickets for the fair over the PA system.
Yep.
And they always let us put a race car or two in there to help out promote the Speedway. So it's.
And by the way, the Stratham Fair gets better and better every year.
And it's one hand washes the other. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of the deal. But they're part of you. They're one of your sponsors on your car. You got a few others that you want to mention, too.
Yeah, we got a couple. We got Middlesex Gases out of Lowell, Mass. They're branch in Lowell, and Checkered Flag Auto Parts out of Air Mass, and we have.
I think I've been there before, haven't I? For an open house.
Yeah. Their 5-year anniversary that he had.
Yeah.
And then we have my Schwartz and Sons, which is a little junkyard over in there that's been
nice Irish guy, huh?
Yeah. He's been helping me since we started, because the newest thing in his junkyard, I think, is like in '86. So he's got all the he's got all the good stuff for the race.
Is that where you found that sweeper I was looking for?
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, I guess when Jason jumped on board and you guys came together, I know Sharon does an awful lot of work on the backside of racing and seeking sponsors, and
yeah.
I don't want to use the word stroking, but I'm going to anyways. Right, Daryl?
And you were getting on me.
Can you really say that?
Dirty old man.
She does an awful lot of that stuff, grooming a sponsor and making sure that he or she's happy with what they're performing on the race car. And
absolutely, it takes a lot of heat off of what we need to do to make the car, keep
definitely
performing at the
mechanically
racetrack.
And exactly.
Absolutely.
Gives us a whole nother advantage to be able to focus on what we need to do, for sure.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, Bobby can show up to the track and just worry about driving the car, as opposed to running around and trying to play the role of three people, being the sponsor, rep, the driver, and the guy that's got to fix the car too. It takes a whole load off his shoulders and lets him be able to calm down, I think, and just focus on racing more.
It's like
it leaves him more time to send burgers up to the announcing booth.
I was getting to that for sure.
Thanks for reminding me.
Always seems that with Daryl, if you want to have him read a script over the microphone, food works really well.
Bobby Belargin was in here last week. He's got a brand new sponsor, but until I see some French fries or something, I don't care.
No. Bobby Belargin's wife makes. She's. I told you we were talking about that.
But I don't get them.
She's the best baker I ever met in my life.
But
brownies,
nobody brings
cupcakes,
them to me. Brownies, cupcakes, cookies, all this stuff. I get none of it.
You don't need very much of it anyway.
I need a lot of it. I work hard to stay in this shape.
I heard that.
And round is the shape.
This is part of our craziness here. I do want to say one thing before we take this break. We have two very interesting studio guests here, and our phone number is 978-462-9627. Now, how many people are listening onto the computer right now, Daryl?
18,460,000.
Oh, look at that! Now, you people, you got a phone. We can dial 1-800-RACE TIME. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right after.
Oh, back God. It's probably an actual number. We're going to get sued now.
978-462-9627. You want to jump in real quickly?
Go,
you can,
Grease
you
Lightning,
can do
go.
so. Yeah, that's an old movie, isn't it?
Yeah, Grease.
Yeah, I thought so. We're talking about, when we're off the air, we're talking a little bit about the internet, Daryl. And
Yes. I miss my internet.
How that is reflecting our sport somewhat. And also it's given an opportunity for people that want to take use of it, to take advantage of it, to be able to market their sponsors, be able to market their team.
Yeah.
And believe it or not,
last week we talked to Jim Foose about racing on the internet.
Exactly right. But this team here happens to take advantage of it.
Oh, yes, they do.
Tell us about it, Jason.
Well, basically, we have our own website. It's marmotorsports.com. Pretty easy to remember. Guy on our team, Darren Bean, takes care of the whole website for us. But the most important thing is that we use it as a tool to get back out to our sponsors and try to give them back as much as we can in any way we can, and also to get a little more exposure for the track, because what Darren does every week is he films the entire feature race, heat race, practices, everything, and we get them up on the website pretty much by Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. So any of our fans, any people out there can go to the website if they weren't able to make it to the track and still see the beautiful Lee USA Speedway, and get a little time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Get a little time, to check out the races and pretty much just to see what's going on. It's a good tool.
Well, Daryl, let's write up your savvy.
It is, and we do have their site linked from ours. So you can get there from LeeUSASpeedway.com as well. It's MARR motorsports.com, by the way, for those out there wondering.
I just learned last week what a tweeter was.
Twitter.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Twitter. I just learned that was.
Yeah, you're still getting used to texting, aren't you?
I can't text. I mean, honest. This is the God, Gerald. I don't know if I told you this, but last week I went to the movies alone, which I do quite often, to kill an afternoon. And I sat behind these two girls that the whole movie had their thumbs like this, and they kept going.
Well, at least it was in the movie, and they weren't driving like most people.
Yeah, right.
Or driving a train.
How many of those did we see on the way by here?
I don't know.
Jeez.
People are texting while they're driving now, too?
And, you're talking about Massachusetts drivers who are bad enough as it is. Put the cell phone down.
Well, that's what Bobby and I were talking about on the way here on the phone. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, we were texting. I mean, no, hold on.
I drove by a young girl. She was texting as she was driving. I was mad. I was going to shake my fist at her, but I would have spilled my beer. So I
That's right.
Would have had to put the Big Mac down. Wait a minute. McDonald's isn't a sponsor, right?
No. You have to say a Lee Speedway cheeseburger.
There you go. A Lee burger.
That's right.
But, getting back to that, I mean, I think with the technology that is presently handed to us as we have all there is to learn about the sport and to be able to run your race car. But you also need somebody that is tech savvy and you have somebody on your team, which is pretty cool. I mean, and you get down to it. We can't even get guys to submit a profile for our webpage.
Oh, my God.
Sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't figured that one out yet. Okay.
I've got some that I've got to get up, though. I do have some profiles I've got to get up. Ryan Green, Katrina Cannon. I've got several I've got to get put up.